My name is Efe West. If this is your first time here on this channel, you're highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I want to dive into a very important and controversial subject or topic. This topic today is not my original topic I want to do, but this discussion just came up in our spiritual WhatsApp group, the Metaphysical Study Temple, and I want us to go into it quickly. This is a subject of why I think that spiritual people should partake in political processes. In other words, why spiritual people should go into politics. This is a subject that many people, especially people that claim to be spiritual, they have this belief that politics is not for them, that politics is a dirty game, that it's a game of lies, of deceit, of attrition. And as they are so-called spiritual people, they want to live a life of peace. They want to live a life of non-violence, a life of not influencing or challenging or causing strife in this world. And so they normally tend to have this mentality that politics is not for them, that politics is for low-minded people, politics is for people that are greedy, people that are not spiritual, for materialistic people, for selfish people. And so they are too high, too holy to go into politics. And so they don't partake in political processes, they don't vote, they don't do anything. There are even some spiritual organizations that tell their members not to vote. So I have learned that Jehovah's Witnesses do not vote in elections. In some countries, I learned that they don't even say the national item, because for them, saying the national item translates to that you are actually pledging alliance to an organization that is not godlike, that is not in accordance with their religion. So some religious people like Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't say national item, they don't even give or accept blood donations, they don't involve in politics. In many so-called religious organizations, they have this mentality. In Christianity, they believe that if you are a good Christian, you cannot involve in politics, because for you to involve in politics, you must lie and cheat. So to prove that you are a pure Christian, you are preparing yourself for heaven, the heavenly glory, you cannot go into politics, because you will be seen as a bad person. So what they preach in most churches in Nigeria, I have a lot of experience there, is that politics is not for Christians. And this mentality is not only in Nigeria, too. In America, these evangelical or Christian nations, they all preach the same things, that politics should be left for people that are not Christian, that are for bad people, that if you want to be a good Christian, you must try not to hurt other people. You must live by following the 10 commandments that they have in their Bible. You must strive to follow that. You must learn to love your neighbor as yourself. And that is the surest way for you to make heaven if you die. That these so-called people that are involved in politics, they will not make heaven if they die. So many Christians with this kind of mentality, they don't care much about this physical life. They don't care much who make the decisions that influence their life. What they know and what they believe is that when they die, everything will be all right, because they will go to heaven, and heaven is perfect. Heaven is a place of 24 hours enjoyment, leisure. It's like how would I say, a country club or a country home for everlasting relaxation, that after all the suffering, stress of this life, they will go to heaven to chill out forever beside their Jehovah, to sing and clap to him for all eternity. The Muslims too have the same mentality that after all their suffering, toiling, praying and bowing down, covering themselves with blanket from morning to night, they will go to Allah to live with his right hand. For the men, it's usually cooler. Each of the men is going to get 72 virgins on the right hand of Muhammad. They often have sex in their heaven, holy sex. So a lot of Muslim men look forward to this trip. In fact, they are ready to go there right now. They are ready to blow up themselves in the service of their religion to get to that 72 virgins as quickly as possible. So as a result of that, many of them too are not even striving to consider or to actually look at the people that are making decisions for them in this lifetime. Many people don't care. So this is a major problem we have in Africa today, because a lot of Africans, Black Africans, believe that there's a better world outside this earth waiting for them if they die. So as a result of them, this very one that they have now, they are not looking at it properly. They don't care for it. They let everything go wrong. And they don't really do anything about it. They just believe that when we die, everything will be all right. So this mentality is exactly why Africa is the way it is today. Why Africa is the most underdeveloped nation, or let me say underdeveloped continent on this planet, because a lot of people believe that religion supersedes common sense. Today, I want to talk about this, the problem of this. Ironically, this mentality is carried over by people that are now coming into African spirituality, people that are now living religion. They still sort of carry this Christian mentality of not taking part in politics. They are carrying it into spirituality, that to be a spiritual person, you don't need to take part in politics. You just need to mind your business and everything will be fine for you. Buddhism also have this as well. You're going to see a lot of Buddhist monks, Hindu monks, they believe the same thing. I don't know who taught them this. So they'll just lock themselves in their temple from morning till night, meditating, begging for food. Can you imagine? Begging for food and you meditating, then you say you are a holy man. You never get married. You don't know how to live life, the challenges of life. They don't even work. They don't know how to make money. But they believe this is the way to ascend to higher glory. For me, that is escapism. If you ask me, I would say that is escapism. And that is no difference between you and a junkie. Somebody that takes drugs, then they fly in their mind to whatever El Dorado. When the drugs comes down, they take more drugs. No difference between you and that person that meditates all the time. Come back down to earth, you beg for food. People gives you food. You live off free will of people. Then you go back to your temple. Then you meditate again. Then when you are hungry, you come down. Every morning you take a plate and walk around the city to beg for food. And you call that is the way to become a spiritual person. For me, no difference between you and a madman and a street beggar. You are just a beggar that is using spirituality to cover up. This is how most of these Buddhist monks and Hindu monks do. If you have ever been to Thailand, Korea, you see them every morning with big bowls. In Laos, I've been to many Asian countries. They beg for food. People just put food in their bags, put rice, everything you can give them, you give them. Then they go to their temple to meditate. I don't know what kind of spirituality is that. The next thing, you will see somebody that have never been married in their life advising people about marriage. You that have never experienced the rigors, the trials and tribulation of being married, you are now advising somebody how to be a better husband, how to be a better wife. Can you imagine? You go to Catholic Church, Christianity, you see the same thing. You see a priest that is not supposed to be married will be advising couples, will be counseling couples. You that have zero experience on a subject, counseling couples how to be better lovers, how to be to have a happily married life. And people subscribe to this. Somebody that have never gotten a job, a real job in his life, have never worked, you have been giving food all your seminary days. You are now advising people how to manage their financial affairs, how not to drink, how not to smoke, how to raise children, and you have never had a child. And yet people subscribe to this. Thank you, Majora. You see people that never have a child in their life advising people how to raise children. So I don't know where they get their experience from, but this happens in spirituality, and people subscribe to this kind of things. You feel that those people are better than you, and you have more experience than them. I keep telling these so-called monks, I talk a lot. If you want to show that you are a real spiritual person, you should leave your temple, leave the safety of your seminary, come and live with us in the ghetto for just 3 weeks. Let's see how spiritual you're going to be. When you have to interact with different kinds of people every day, you have to get up in the morning, go to work, come back, eat, sleep. You have to see a lot of things. I will see how your sanity, you can be able to maintain your composure. When a lot of people come to your face to look for your trouble, to insult you, you see a lot of women dressing up and dressing down in front of you. How can you be able to maintain your morality or your pious spirituality? How? You lock yourself up in your temple, you don't see all these things. Then you call people like us weak people for seeing and doing all these things. Come and live with me for 1 year if you will still be able to maintain your state without having sex for a whole year. Let me see how you can be able to do that. It will be so funny. Of course, many of these priests, they masturbate. Many of them engage in gay, homosexual sex in their temples. We know all these things. They have to relieve that pressure. So who is deceiving who? But that is not the topic for today. The topic for today is I want to talk about why we spiritual people must go into politics. Okay? Why we must go into politics. A lot of spiritual people believe that to be really spiritual, you don't need to involve in politics. You mind your business. You don't care who wins or who loses. This is a very, very big mistake. This is a very, very big mistake. And this is a wrong mentality, and I want us to change it. I used to think like this a long time because I was raised to think like this. But as I was growing, interacting, and traveling and doing this, I begin to see that this is not the right way to go. One thing you need to know, politics is a game of power. Politics is power, okay? So anything that gives power to people is not something that will easily come to you. That's why it is played the way it is. When you see the way politics is played, when somebody is contesting for a position, the opponent will go and look for every possible weakness, everything that you have done in the past, that we want to use it against you. The essence of this is that to make sure that you lose so that they will get that position. Then this person too will look for every possible loophole to bring this other person down. If they don't see anything, they are going to create something up. This is the way it is played because they know that this is power and they are jostling. So it has to be like that. Sorry to say it, but this is the way it is. But nevertheless, it is not something we should leave for anybody to take control of because it's power. And whoever is in this kind of political position decide our destiny and our future. So will it not be better for you to decide your own destiny and your future, or for somebody that have a totally different view from you, or who is a total stranger, or somebody that you know hates you naturally, hates your philosophy, hates your way of life, hates everything about you, to now be in a higher position of influence over you, to be deciding things for you? Which is more better, you in that position or that other person? This is the way you must look at it, okay? So if you look at it objectively like this, you will know that politics is a game that every spiritual person must strive to play because it is power. Okay? And with great power comes great responsibility. It also comes with great problems as well, but you can be equal to the task. If that other person can do it, and you believe that you can do a better job than that person, why not come out to take the place? If you feel that you are a very good person, you are clean, you are pure, more pure than this person, you are more morally upright than this person, I don't see any reason why you, as a spiritual person with all your knowledge and influence, should not bring yourself up to take that position. Why should you leave the position for that riffraff? The reason why most people leave the positions like this is that they are threatened. In Nigeria, most times, politics is a deadly game. The other opponent might even try to kill you. He will send people with guns to come and shoot you, attack your members. This is the way politics is played in Nigeria in the time past, but now things are changing slowly. This is the main reason why many people are afraid of going into politics in a country like Nigeria, because they actually kill. Opponents will send assassins to actually assassinate you and kill you. They do this a lot in Nigeria. Everybody knows that you want to play politics in Nigeria, you should be strong. By strong, that means you should have thugs, you should have your own crew. If you know that you have the capacity and to have your own crew, your own personal protection, your own guns, I don't see why you should let the other person win, especially if you know you can do a better job than that person. Okay? So, politics is a game of power, and it is something that absolute power does not come easily. In Africa here, the way it is played is different. If you know you have the capacity, you have the influence, and you know you have a good plan for the people, and you know that the opponent does not have the kind of good plan you have. If you have the capacity, I will advise you to go into the game and fight that person and take it. If the person tries to kill you, if you can kill them first, or whatever you can do, make sure you take that position, because politics is very rough in a country like Nigeria. But if you are in a country in America, they don't play their politics like that. They don't take boys out to kill people, but they use how would I say, they do a lot of lobbying, a lot of debt digging. I think politics in America is easier to play than in Nigeria. That's why, if you notice recently, a lot of Nigerians have been getting political positions in America now. Every year, I see a lot of Nigerians contesting in American politics, and they are winning elected positions. When I see this, I laugh, because I know that in home it's much more difficult. So when they get to America, it's easy. At least nobody is coming to kidnap you or to kill you in America. If I go to America, I'm definitely going to politics, because it's very easy for them. But in Africa, i.e. Nigeria, it is not that easy. If you want to play politics, even ordinary local government chairman is a do or die affair. Even ordinary market chairman, to be the chairman of a market or a garage, ordinary garage motor park in Nigeria, to become a chairman of a local garage is a do or die affair. The other opponents, they shoot guns to do this kind of things. People die just to become a local government or a market chairman or a junction chairman in Nigeria. People die. This is how politics is played here. It's a do or die affair. So a lot of people are afraid to go in. So only the real bad guys that are ready to take life, those are the people that go into this kind of politics in Nigeria. But things are changing. Now things are changing. We have been able to bring a new system of digital voting, and things are changing now. So it will not be like that in the future. But during my time, it was like that. Ask anybody from Nigeria, they will tell you this story. But in America, it's much easier. Nobody's going to shoot you for contesting for elective positions in America. I don't think that. In UK, it's much easier. In my country, it's a lot difficult. But nevertheless, we should strive to go into politics. The reason for this is that as a spiritual person, you aim to become more influential in your life. The spirituality that we practice in Africa is not the spirituality of asceticism. It's the spirituality of actually taking part in life, interacting with your environment, influencing your environment, and bringing your desires to manifestation upon your environment. So we don't practice spirituality of minding your business. We don't practice spirituality of not taking part in social affairs. We practice spirituality of sharing love and moving our society and our community forward by bringing development, bringing prosperity, bringing advancement to wherever we are living. This is the essence of spirituality. This is the way the ancient Egyptians practiced their own form of spirituality. That's why they were able to do all the things they did. This is the way the Kushite people, the ancient Sudanese, this is the way we used to practice our spirituality in Africa. Okay? Because we understand that we need to move forward as a people. So, for you to be able to take charge of your affairs as a group of people or as a collective, you need to take part in active politics. You should not leave it for the opposition, for people that you don't know their intentions, people that have bad records, bad reputations, people that are criminals, that are ex-convicts, that have a record of committing crimes, embezzlement, all sort of dubious characters. You should not leave the position for them. If you know that you have the capacity to challenge these people, you have the power, you should come outside. Because if you allow those people to take over that position, then you have yourself to blame. You don't have to blame any God for putting you in that position because you allow this to happen to you. Okay? If you cannot take part in contesting, you can also vote for a better candidate. You can vote for a right candidate. If you think that the two of the people are still bad people, there's a way people do things. As I learned this from American people, you will come as a body or as an organization. You're going to hold meeting with both of the candidates. You're going to tell the bad guy, look, we would like to support you, but you must do this and this for us. If you agree to do this and this for us, you sign that agreement with us, we will support you to win this election. The person will agree, and you people will put it in writing and recording. Then you will support him. When he wins the election, the things that you are after, he makes sure that he do them for you. Because you already have an agreement. This is the way they do politics in America. Some countries do also do their politics like this. You can also do the same thing in your country as well. We do this also in some places in Nigeria. We see different different forums that we all meeting with each of the candidates and tell them, if we support you, you are going to do these policies for us. The candidates agree and it does that, you sign it. It's easy. If you don't know how to play politics, this is where the problem comes from. You must know how to play the game. It is a game of negotiation or concessions. Okay? You must know. A lot of spiritual people don't know how to play this game. It's a game of power, like Game of Thrones in a way. So you need to know how to play the game. You meet with these people, you make them to sign agreements, then you support them. If you know you cannot challenge them, you can do it like this. Okay, we want you to do this road, we want you to build these hospitals, put it in writing, we will support you. So that tomorrow you can take the person to court. You promised to do this, you didn't do this, next time you're not going to get our vote, we're going to work against your government. You also threaten them. Okay, you get what you want. This is how we play politics. If you know that you cannot fight the person, you negotiate with them. Okay. The benefits of this are enormous for going into politics. First thing I need to tell you is that, first of all, it is power. It gives you the power to decide your destiny. not only to decide your destiny, but the destiny of all the people that are under that political influence. For instance, now, if you are a governor, it gives you power to decide the destiny of the people of that whole state for the next 4 years. You can make decisions that will influence their lives. So it's a position of immense power. Even if you are a local government chairman or a sheriff or a market chairman, all the people under that jurisdiction, they are under you. Okay, so you have influence. You can make decisions positively or negatively that will affect them. Okay, a lot of people don't know how to do collective bargaining in politics. A lot of black people, they don't apply this principle. They don't understand the power of politics because they were taught religiously to leave it for some certain people. That is why we need to talk about this topic. We need to change the narrative. And we as spiritual people, especially we in the spiritual part, we need to get into politics. Because if you look today, a lot of decisions are affecting us, especially we that are non-Christian, non-Muslims. We keep allowing Christians to get into that and start making politics that only favor Christianity, that only favor Islam. This is a very big problem because we allow them to decide our future for us. In some countries that make law, you can only be a Muslim or a Christian, nothing else, because those people have gotten their members in large numbers in politics. They were able to make those kind of decisions, excluding people out. We need to go into this narrative to start changing things, changing the laws. So it is our responsibility as spiritual people to go into politics, to change all these archaic laws that have been made to oppress certain kind of people, especially people like us. We need to go into politics and start changing them to give our people more voice, more power, more influence in this world. So we must go into politics. We cannot keep looking at it as it's a dirty game. As far as we keep living this game for them, they will keep oppressing us, they will keep repressing us. So we need to change the narrative. It is our responsibility to go in there. So any situation you find yourself, whether you are in a neighborhood watch, in your community, in your neighborhood, a security or we call it civil defense in Nigeria, make sure that you try as much as possible to get into any executive board of any position of influence. Any position, no matter how small, if it's something that is going to make an impact in your life, that it will be able to give you the power to make decisions that will affect your life and the life of other people. Don't leave that position for anybody. Don't just leave it for anybody. Try your best to take that position for yourself. Better you make those decisions than somebody make those decisions for you, because you are going to regret. Okay? Many things people don't know is that when you are a member of an executive board, most times you are top of the circle. When other members are paying dues, most times executive board members do not pay dues. In fact, they even pay you guys to even sit and hold meetings. They pay you sitting fees. They give you guys allowances. When you join your executive, you will have those benefits. It will also give you influence. Ordinary neighborhood chairman or civil defense executive ESCO, you have influence in all the local police stations around you. In a country like Nigeria, once you're inside any of this executive or board, you don't need to pay money in police stations anymore when you go to report a case, because they see you as one of them. Automatically, you become a police public relations officer, PPROCs or whatever they call it. They give you their sticker to put in your car. When police see you on the road, they don't harass you anymore because you are one of them. You now have more influence in the society. You go to police station, you don't pay bribes anymore. You can report cases. You can do many things. Many people don't know this, that it will bring a lot of influence to you. It will bring a lot of access to you. You will get access to a lot of people, maybe people you cannot be able to meet before. Due to the fact that you are in the executive board, You can go to their houses anytime. Rich people, poor people, you have access to the home of everybody. You're going to make good relationship with them. So it will give you connection. Okay? I'm just talking about this low ordinary neighborhood watch position or civil defense position, security. This is just a low level position. It will give you a lot of influence. Forget about corruption. Corruption is something that is part of nature. Okay? It's part of nature. We will deal with that. But now we are talking about taking power, putting ourselves in positions of influence. If you say the system is corrupt, there's no system that is not corrupt. Nature is corrupt. We die, we decay. Nature, corruption is part of nature. But you, with your spiritual light in you, you are going to refine that connection, that corruption. You are going to refine it. That is why we are here. The situation is so corrupt the way it is because people like me and you are not inside. Okay? The people that are playing the politics today, if you look, many of their character is very low level characters. People that you are even ashamed of. Scumbags, scallywags. These are the people you're going to see. People that have no iota of morality inside them. These are the people you see in most political positions. See people like Hillary Clinton, piece of shit like that. People like Condoleezza Rice. You see, come to America, you're going to see people like Henry Kissinger. You're going to see a lot of people that are, oh God, you say these people are so full of shit. Come to Nigeria, you're going to see the worst set of people. You know why it's like this? It is like this because me and you refuse to take that position. It is like this because me and you refuse to fight for it. And it will continue to be like this until people like me and you fight these scallywags and take the position and take the power from them. Okay? That is why we should be pushing ourselves into political positions. That is why we need to change the narrative. As spiritual people, we need to take power from these people. Spirituality is all about power, influence. What are you doing here learning spirituality? If not to learn how to take influence. How can you do this? You are here learning spirituality because you want to know how to take greater control of your life. You take greater control of your life by taking greater control of your life, by actually going into those positions that make decisions that influence and affect your life positively or negatively. This is how we play politics. So politics is for spiritual people. It's for strong people. So we should not overlook that, oh, it's a dirty game. Oh, they are so corrupt. I don't want to put my hands in that. You don't want to put your hands. That's why this scallywag will use those dirty hands to be rubbing you with their dirty decisions. We make you look like a pig in the mud. You're running from there. They keep rubbing you, making dirty decisions, sending police to kill your children, making policies of taking your rights, your freedom, every day by day, every day by day, every day by day. Because we don't want to put our hands in it. It's so corrupt. This is the mistake that a lot of spiritual people are making. We need to change this mentality. We need to go into the politics. No matter how dirty it is, we must try to go into the mud with them, fight them inside that mud, take the position, and then take our shower and our baths. After we have not taken the position, we take our bath and we wash the mud off. This is how we play the game. Okay, so please do not waste this lifetime saying that you don't want to go into politics. Politics is power, and we are here in spirituality. We are talking about power. This is how you get power. In your neighborhood, anywhere you can influence yourself, going into the executive board. If they are asking people to nominate people, make sure you get nominated for the election. Make sure you get that position. It will give you influence to all the rich people in that area, all the people that have power and substance. You will have access to their homes. You will have access to their network. You will have connection. It will move you upward mobility in life. You will get popularity. Yes, you will get money. You will get power. We're all fighting for power. A lot of people have these opportunities. You don't use it. You don't go into politics. You don't know anybody. Going into these political positions will give you access to rich people, people that you want to do business with. You can introduce yourself to them. They will start patronizing your business. You're going to get more customers. You're going to tell people about your services. And the best of all, you will create a legacy. When you are in elective position, everybody know you. You are the chairman of this community, you are the chairman of the security, chairman or executive or secretary of the neighborhood watch, and you are into this kind of business. Everybody know your services, and you are doing a good job. Before you be there 1 year, 2 years, the whole neighborhood is going to know you. Okay, you're going to be famous. People will be bringing business to you. You will create a legacy if you have a good record. When people hear your name, your children, your family, it will be open doors for them because you have done a good job. This is how we move forward in society. This is how we move forward, creating legacy. People need to know you. A lot of spiritual people, they are living in their houses. Nobody know them. They are not taking part in society. They are just there like a flower inside a home. They are trying to, oh, we are too pure. We can't get involved. If you don't come outside, how will people know you exist? How will people know your talents? How will people see your purity when you cannot show them? When you cannot show them that you have value, that you have talents, that you can be able to hold meeting without any problem, you can be able to direct affairs in society, you can be able to bring positive influence and happiness to people's life. How will people know when you don't show them, when you don't come out, when you don't interact? A lot of spiritual people make this mistake and they waste their destiny, they waste their talents. So please get into politics. This is my advice for you. In your streets, join your civil defense security, join the executive. If you cannot join that one, anywhere, if it's your place of work, join your ESCO that are asking for rights, join the union. Let people know you, let people see you. Take control. Take control, take power from the scallywags. Politics is power. It will give you power, it will give you influence, it will give you access. Okay, this is what we are looking for in life. Upward mobility. People will know you. You will have access to a lot of people. You will have a lot of connections in the government, in circles. You will have a lot of friends. You will know a lot of people. Then you start creating legacy for yourself. Influencing now your spirituality. You're not putting it into action. Everything you're learning in this channel, you start putting it into action. You will see things will be coming to you. Okay? Do not waste your time saying that you don't go, that is so corrupt. Go into the corruption, fight them, then take your shower after the corruption. Clean the mud off your body. Okay? God is corrupt. Let me tell you the truth. If you are afraid of corruption, God is corrupt. Okay? Nature is not perfect. Why do we have natural disasters? Why do we have earthquakes? Why do we have desert? Why do we have famine? Look at nature. You see animals eating each other. It's a fight for survival of the fittest. So you cannot just keep quiet and playing how they call it in the games this day, non-performing character. You cannot be a non-performing character in the affairs of life. You cannot be an NFP, NPC. You cannot be an NPC. You just cannot be an NPC. If you want to be an NPC, probably you should just go and lock yourself in a monastery and be meditating to lotus flower from morning till night. Okay? In real African spirituality, we don't entertain NFP. You must be an active participant. You're actually influencing, creating, or deciding. Which one are you? You cannot be running. A lot of spiritualists are running. You're running for responsibility. Oh, politics is a dirty game. Go and get your PVC if you're in Nigeria. You see what is happening now? Many Nigerians, they have this kind of mentality, and now they have now left the so-called bad people. Now the bad guys are not controlling the whole affairs, are not killing you people. There are many people now in Nigeria that are now at the point of death. Point of death now. This is now their eyes are opening that they need to start voting good people into power. If you don't, you will let this evil choke you until you get to the point of death. Then you're going to see that you have made a big mistake for a very long time. Okay, so please don't waste this lifetime. I am begging you, do not waste this lifetime. Any position you find yourself, try to go into the exco. In your community, try to find yourself in the exco. In your place of work, find yourself in the exco. If you are a student, especially in the university, find yourself. I learned this thing I'm telling you, I learned it in the university days. Find yourself in the exco. Get into that executive. Make the decision to influence other people's life. Don't allow people to make decisions to influence your life. Okay? Be the one to make that decision. Always going to be a bad decision. You should be the one to make it. Okay? Don't allow anybody. Don't give anybody your power. Don't give anybody an inch. This is what you need to know. So politics is very, very important for spiritual people. We as spiritualists, we need to go into politics. If we cannot go in, we need to actively participate in it. Vote for the right candidates. If it's going to be difficult, create a body, create an NGO, create a think tank, approach the candidates as a body of people. It's easy to register, create something and say, we, the organization of so, 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 and so, we like to support you, but this is our condition. If you will agree to do this for us, we will support you, we will mobilize for you, we will work for you, but you will put it in writing. This is how you play politics. If you cannot fight the person, you negotiate with them. So please, I want you to take reason with what I have said today. There is no more leaving it for the corrupt people. Okay, there's no more leaving it for the corrupt people. We need to go there. We need to seize power. Then start making decisions, changing the laws to favor us. This is how we roll. This is how they are doing it. So this is the way I see it. I hope that you people will see reason with this. So joining politics is a very good thing. It will give you influence, connection. It will give you affluence. It will give you access to people. It will give you money. It will give you prosperity. And best of all, it will give you a legacy. People will know you. Say, yes, this is people that were empowered, that did a lot of things. You created legacy for your future generations. Good legacy. This is the only way you can create it, by seizing power. Okay? Peacefully or non-violently or any way possible. Do it. Okay? It will be better for you. You will thank me later. So this is what I have for you today. Questions and comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share my video. For those people that registered for my class, if you know that you registered on the website, please contact me directly so that I can give you the materials for the class. Some people will register, they don't want to contact me. You're going to get half. You need me to be explaining things for you. So if you know you registered, contact me privately. My number is always on the channel so I can give you the books, the materials you will be reading, so that you will get full experience, not just a half experience. So please, I thank you very much. Then if you still want to read my book is there. I'm still selling it. Then apart from that, you want to do spell work, love spell, breakups, hexes, open doors, oracle reading, all those things are still there. I still do them. So I thank you very much for today, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.